The DNA of Helldivers 2 is made up of many things. Of course, the original game is the foundation, but then you add a large dose of Starship Troopers, a little bit of 40k, and of course, a bit of Halo. My own love for Halo was one of the main reasons that I got into Helldivers 2, and Arrowhead definitely has some love for Halo as well. There are a bunch of references to Halo in the game, some of which are pretty subtle. Today we're going to talk about all the fun references to Halo in the base game, the ODST Warbond, and even the marketing. On the most basic level, Helldivers is definitely inspired by Halo to some degree. The name itself is extremely similar to the name for ODSTs in the Halo universe. They are often referred to as Hell Jumpers, and of course they're also deployed from drop pods. ODSTs are not super soldiers like a Spartan is, but they are a big step above your average UNSC Marine, just like a Helldiver is to a Thief Trooper. The name Pelican 1 is a clear homage to the Pelican dropships from Halo, one of the most famous vehicles in the Halo universe. The TR-117 Alpha Commander armor set is a clear-cut reference to the Master Chief himself, John 117. The armor itself is green and features a vaguely Spartan-ish visor, so there is some small visual inspiration as well. The AR-61 Tenderizer. This weapon is extremely similar to the BR-55 battle rifle, which is one of the most famous weapons from the Halo franchise. They are both bullpup rifles with scopes mounted on the carry handle, and they have a very similar silhouette. If you increase the fire rate of the Tenderizer and change it to burst fire, it will function almost identically to the battle rifle, which kinda makes it into an unofficial Halo crossover weapon. When Helldivers 2 finally released on Xbox, we got access to a certain city on the planet Seychelles Beach. The city was named New Alexandria, which also exists in the Halo universe on the planet Reach. Reach does rhyme with beach. They both have a city named New Alexandria, and they were both attacked by an advanced alien force. Putting New Alexandria on the Illuminate front was definitely done intentionally to mirror the invasion of Reach by the Covenant. Another small Halo reference was the Xbox release date itself. The Xbox version and the ODST Warbond both came out on August 26. August 26 was one of the final days of the fall of Reach. On that date, Noble Team was finally extracted from New Alexandria, with only 4 of them remaining alive. Sorry to spoil a 16-year-old game. The initial tease for the Halo crossover was at the very end of a standard marketing trailer for Helldivers 2. They show a rainy cityscape, a few notes from the ODST soundtrack start to play as a lone Hellpod is called in. They continued teasing the Halo crossover on the official Helldivers Discord by releasing this audio file. This is a reversed and modified version of Virgil's alert sound, which is the AI superintendent of New Mombasa. This sound is instantly recognizable to fans of ODST. Even reversed, I could tell exactly what it was. 1 week later, we finally got the trailer for the ODST Warbond, and I was blinded by its majesty. This trailer is absolutely packed with Halo references, and I am gonna try my best to cover all of them. The trailer opens with a recreation of the intro to Halo 3 ODST. They parody the text crawl shown at the start of the game, making it a lot more humorous and obviously theming it around Helldivers instead of Halo. The interior shot of the pod is straight from the live-action ODST trailer, and they even reused the sound effects of the drop pod from that trailer. This shot of the drop pod falling into the city is very similar to this other shot from the announcement trailer for Halo 3 Recon, which was the original title for Halo 3 ODST back when it was planned to be an expansion instead of a standalone title. This is also from the Halo 3 Recon trailer, with that beautiful shot of the camera panning around an ODST. Then they start showing off the gear, and when they show the weapons, they actually recreated the ammo display from Halo 3 to show them off, and that is a really nice touch, and it just sells that feeling of Halo in this segment. They also show the Helljumper logo when they show off the ODST armor, and they have the Oni logo when they show off Veronica Dare's recon armor. When they show off the M6C SOCOM, the person using it is only hitting headshots. This is because in Halo 3 ODST, this pistol is crazy at hitting headshots against vulnerable enemies. And there is this lovely shot of an ODST depleting an Overseer's shield before running up for a melee attack. And if you ever played Halo before, you know that that is just how it goes down when you're fighting an elite. And of course, most of this trailer takes place within a megacity, just like Halo 3 ODST. There is a small portion with an FRV using the mean green pattern, driving around in a sandy environment, and I believe that this may be a loose reference to the mission Uplift Reserve, which also has a somewhat similar color palette and takes place in a nature reserve / zoo. I'm really stretching it here, but this is kind of just my thought process. It's also a very vehicle-heavy level, so The trailer ends with a shot of the Warbond cover art, which recreates and expands upon the box art for Halo 3 ODST. I just want to say that this trailer really nailed Halo. They clearly cared when they made it, putting in so many obscure references to old Halo marketing and trying to sell the idea of playing as an ODST. They did a great job, and I recommend that you go watch the old trailers for Halo 3 ODST. If you somehow haven't played it already, then these trailers should convince you to play Halo. Now, we're going to talk about the references in the ODST Warbond itself, and there are quite a few of them. The name of the Warbond itself is a reference. In the Halo universe, ODST stands for Orbital Drop Shock Troopers, but in Helldivers 2, this has been changed. Instead, it stands for Obedient Democracy Support Troopers. This is a very fun change, and it is very on brand for Helldivers 2. The A9 Helljumper armor set is the standard ODST armor, and the name is a reference to Alpha 9, the squad that you play as in Halo 3 ODST. And of course, Helljumper is what ODSTs are commonly referred to as. The description claims that the armor was debuted during the New Mombasa armor show. New Mombasa is where Halo 3 ODST takes place and is also prominently featured in Halo 2. The Honored Heirloom cape and card both feature the Helljumper logo on it, and if you read the description, it reads out like this. Should the wearer of this cape perish at the hands of Freedom's enemies, it is customary to pass this cape on to their bravest child during the funeral, inspiring the next generation to take up arms. This is a reference to the ODST live-action trailer. The MA5C assault rifle behaves very similarly to the Halo games when used in first person. There is no sight or optics for the user to use, so they just point fire with it, which is how it's used in the Halo games. It also features a functional ammo counter and compass, just like the Halo games. The description for the weapon states that it is produced by Martian Armory. This is a reference to Mizraya Armory from the Halo universe, which produces a lot of gear for the UNSC and is also based on Mars. The A35 Recon armor set is based on Veronica Dare's armor set from Halo 3 ODST. It features the Recon helmet, which was once an extremely exclusive helmet in Halo 3, which had to be granted to players by Bungie themselves. The 35 in the name refers to the 035 written on Dare's helmet. The Eye of the Clandestine cape and card have the ONI logo on them. In the Halo universe, ONI stands for Office of Naval Intelligence. They're basically like the CIA, but in Halo. The Rookie title is a clear reference to the main protagonist from Halo 3 ODST, known as the Rookie. The M90A shotgun visually is nearly identical to how it is in the Halo games. They even went through the detail of modeling the shells with a hippopotamus, which is a tiny detail from the Halo games. You would never notice this during actual gameplay, but these little details demonstrate a lot of care for the Halo franchise. Now they just have to make the weapon do accurate damage. That would be great. What the hell? Uh-oh, looks like we're having some technical difficulties. One sec. Can you turn that shit off or figure it out? No, fix it!
Hello, fellow Helldivers and Helljumpers. This is Fancy, covering my favorite weapon and sidearm in Helldivers 2. This dark, sleek sidearm is a reliable tool for the Obedient Democracy Support Troopers, also known as the ODSTs. It is the perfect, light-penetrating secondary for both clanker and quiet encounters. The M6C SOCOM is a semi-automatic pistol most commonly known as the Magnum or Automag from the Halo series. It is specially issued to Special Operations Units of the United Nations Space Command developed by Mizraya Armories. It has its notable features from the spin-off Halo 3 ODST game, such as its long full-size trigger guard and its iconic integrated sound suppressor and muzzle brake. It even contains a green laser aiming module with a flashlight mounted, all integrated to fit the tactical needs of a Helldiver. What is very cool are the little references etched into the weapon to show how much of a Halo fan Arrowhead really is. The name labeled Model 6C is the designated model, as the SOCOM is a variant of the Halo 2 Magnum. The UNSC property has also been replaced with Super Earth property. On the other side, it says Martian Armory, where it originally is from Mizraya Armory, the main weapons manufacturer for the UNSC, which is also located on Mars. It also shows its caliber being the 12.7mm automatic. The extended magazine also contains the skull symbol of the Helldivers. The serial number printed on the suppressor, starting with the numbers 09222-009, is the release date of Halo 3 ODST, September 22nd, 2009. The rest of the numbers, 10102552, is a historical reference and lore dating back to when the Covenant arrived on Earth in October 10th, 2552, when the Prophet of Regret led the first initial attack in Halo 2. Next to those numbers, you can find the shape of a small hellpod, with bug-like wings, a stinger, and small antennas that almost look like a bee. If you know the true meaning behind this, it is a wild reference to the ARG website called I Love Bees that was used to promote Halo 2. There is also the tradition of the pistol kanji symbols from every Bungie Halo game, typically using Japanese, Chinese, and Korean text. Originally, the pistol contained an upside-down Korean Hangul, like the Halo 2 and 3 Magnum that translates to the number 7, Bungie's favorite number. In Helldivers 2, this was fittingly changed to the new Korean word Chayu, which means freedom. You can find it on the mounted laser sight and the top of the pistol slide. Overall, it is my favorite weapon for taking down heads of Devastators and stealth divers.
No, if I've told you once, I've told you 100 times. If you don't fix this, I'm gonna fucking fire you! Oh shit, we're back on? Hold on. The name of the ODST armor passive is Feet First. This is a reference to the motto of the Helljumpers, which is Feet First into Hell. The passive itself gives you the ability to detect points of interest from further away, which could be seen as a reference to the visor map from Halo 3 ODST. The mean green vehicle patterns are all based on the UNSC vehicles and bear a lot of the same markings. They add elements of the Halo Pelican to the Helldivers Pelican, and they add elements of the Warthog to the FRV. I really wish that we got a different drop pod that was closer to the ODST drop pod, but it wouldn't be very visible during a mission anyways. No matter what our thoughts are on Arrowhead right now, all of this comes together to prove that they actually really know what they're doing when it comes to doing crossovers. I've always been very impressed by their attention to detail and the respect that they have paid to the Halo franchise. Ever since the Warbond trailer, I was blown away. I was blown away by the obscure references and the way that they just nailed the overall feeling of the ODSTs. I'm no expert on Killzone, but from what I can gather, they've done a great job with that one too. All of this makes me very excited to see what other crossovers that they might have in store. I think it is very likely that one day we'll see a Starship Troopers crossover, maybe a 40k one as well. My dream crossover already happened. ODST was perfect in terms of the visuals and the respect that they paid the franchise, but if I were to act greedy, I would definitely want a Mass Effect crossover. I think that there is a lot they could do with that, and there's already a Mass Effect reference in the store. But what do you think? Do you enjoy the crossovers so far? Have you played Halo and do you appreciate all the little Halo references? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, I want to thank my Hell Troopers: Swickety, Archangel Shipyards, Dirty Nightmare, Findas16, ODST Exotic, John Droll, Tinfoil Freak, Melek Paragon 9231, Jack of Nothingness, Sire Melk, Thackum Dub, Kermite Official, and SES Champion of Democracy. Thank you all for continuing to support my channel. It means a lot to me. And if any of you want to support me further, please check out my second channel. It'll be linked in the description and probably in the top right now. Go check it out. I'm gonna have a lot of non-Helldivers content coming up on there pretty soon. And that is all I have for today. This is Grand Moff Togan of the SES Prophet of Dawn, signing off.